I'm Jane Tanner. I'm the Policy Engagement Officer for the Women's Resource Centre. I have a remit which is funded by the City Bridge Trust to support and contribute to the development of The Way Ahead, which is a London-wide initiative to revision what this London civil society looks like and how it's supported. It started April 2017, saw London councils stop a 30-year tradition of supporting infrastructure in London. What we have now, however, is London funders, the London councils, the GLA, as well as the wider voluntary and community sector, have come together to look at revisioning how civil society is supported going forward. And for the women's sector and women's organisations, and particularly women's specialist organisations, we have a commitment to make sure that their contribution, needs and voice are reflected in that strategy. So City Bridge Trust have had the foresight to recognise the importance of this work, and to that end have funded us to do policy engagement work with the sector, and that so far has taken forms in us being able to engage both the sector and engage with policy makers on various key London strategies, including the GLA's diversity and inclusion strategies, their London health inequalities and civil society strategies. It's also allowed us to do work around Brexit and its impact on women's organisations. So one of the opportunities we've had as a result of The Way Ahead, of engaging the sector around policy work, has been on bringing the sector together to discuss Brexit, and particularly its impact on women's organisations and specialist women's organisations. To that end, Baroness Anita Gale, the Lord's Shadow Minister for Women and Equalities, hosted a roundtable event in December, at which we had an excellent group of senior women's organisational leads who were able to talk from a very informed position about the various impacts of Brexit, its implications and the actions that as a sector we might take. So the Charter of Fundamental Rights is the one piece of equality and rights legislation which has been left out of the withdrawal bill. The government's argument is that CEDAW, as one of the UN treaties, offers the same protection for women and equalities. However, none of the treaty actions or recommendations are actually enforceable in UK domestic law. So we do in fact have a serious gap in the protections and the equalities for women as a result. So a lot of BME women's organisations, frontline women's organisations, are having to bear the brunt of the increased work, which has come arguably as a result of a combination of the ongoing austerity, but also with the vote for Brexit. It's having a very negative impact in a number of ways. Decisions made about right to reside and decisions made in social services are resulting in seeing an increase in service users going to many BME organisations for help. One organisation cited the fact for the first time in their history they're having to provide food vouchers and recycle clothes because the need is so great. And this is along with the increased support against hate crime and discrimination. In summary, there are a series of actions that we came up with as a sector that we can do collectively, and all underpinned by the importance to protect, to retain these women's equalities rights, hard won and hard campaigned for rights. And it's not without irony that in the year that the Women's Vote Centenary Fund has just been announced, that it also comes with a government requirement, a gagging of the sector in terms of lobbying and campaigning, which was the very basis on which these funds and these rights were won.